Okay, so we just removed the sensors for this carrier crossover. So we have here the EEV head. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wire setup. You got 2 bays in there, north south. That's how it was explained on AC Service Tech's video. This goes on the EEV like this, and then it has a sealant to prevent moisture from getting inside, because if moisture gets inside and oxidizes this, the magnetism will fail, and the magnetism is precisely what allows the EEV to regulate the refrigerant as it rotates in there. Magnetized louvers that kind of like regulate, so to speak. Now that you have 2 feedback mechanisms for the EEV to do its job. The first one is this one. It's positioned right here in this swell, and that what happens is that this is the liquid line coming in. It comes through here, goes through the EEV. The EEV is sensing through these distribution tubes. You have 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's sensing through here the temperature, and it has another one, this light blue one, on the suction side, which should be a vapor by that point. Once it's gathered the heat from inside of the home, it should have been vaporized, because you don't want to have liquid slugging the compressor. So there's another one that was lodged on the right here on this well. See that? So this here, the clip, is what holds it in place, and then you have this other sensor that was right here sensing the coil temperature. Has that little clip too. That one was a little gnarly, a little oxidized, and then this one was inside this here. And this one, when I looked at it the other night, it had signs of UV dye on top of it. So I found the leak to be located in this bay here. I originally thought it was on this side, but once I used the sniffer and ultrasonic leak detector method, I found it here in this area. The problem is it's on the second one and it's in, so you can't really spray bubbles and see it emerge easily. You would have to like very, very carefully with a iPad Pro focused on a zoom and hold your hand steady, see the little bubbles percolate. Think about how impractical that is. What I had to do at that point was like loosen up all this stuff to pull it out, because you had a couple Phillips screws on the back, lodging it in the back, not allowing you to move it out. And thank goodness I had this ratchet with the Phillips, so